The Titans travelled to the Seattle Seahawks. Um, it was one of them where I could only see a home victory. Obviously, the Titans fell to a heavy defeat in week one. Solid week one victory for the Seahawks, but we mentioned last week that Derrick Henry was still on his preseason, but he was back. Three rushing touchdowns, 182 rushing yards. What an excellent display from Derrick Henry. Another one of them. If you've got him on your fantasy football, an absolute dream to have.
I benched him, didn't I? Did you see that? I benched him against you, and it nearly cost me.
Well, it was. I mean, you won anyway, which was fair play. Yeah, I mean, and a constant phrase of mine in the group chat last season, because I had Tannehill. Tannehill was magic. Only 27 out of 40 completions, but a big 347 yards. It was the kicker actually, Randy Bullock for the Titans. Sort of that kept him ticking. 4 out of 5 field goals were converted. Sort of field goals sort of started the game really. It was quite close, sort of first quarter, opening stages of the second quarter. Wilson then found Lockett. I mean, it's chalk and cheese really, isn't it? Wilson finding Lockett or DK Metcalf. It happens every week. Seahawks then picked up a fumble, and then Wilson found Chris Carson for another touchdown. Third field goal for the Titans, brought the score back to 17-9. Chris Carson then got another touchdown. Big performance from him, extended the lead to 24-9. And then the Derrick Henry show started. He then got his first touchdown, which brought the score back. And then Seattle went and got to the 30-point mark. And you're thinking a 14-point, 2-possession game. It's game over with the Seattle at home. They obviously, we all know that they're quite a strong team at home, but Derrick Henry is just Derrick Henry, isn't he? He's just an absolute beast. 60-yard rushing touchdown. He was untouchable in that possession of play. Completed his hat trick after a shotgun play. Leveled the score, forced overtime, and then Randy Bullock, as he did all game, pretty much kicked his field goals and got the winner. How did you see it, Adam?
I've got to be honest, I was really surprised by this result. I mean, is it too much of a shock that Tennessee was back after a defeat like they had against the Cardinals? Not really, from the point of view, because they were so bad against Arizona, and they rightfully, as they got criticised by Mike Vrabel, the head coach, by myself, by anyone in NFL media, the fan bases. But I think it's the fact that they had to go to Seattle, first that game back in over, as I say, like 600 days, with that crowd, how they are, which are a really raucous crowd. And the fact that, like you said, Seahawks were leading, but to be fair, it shows you that if the O-line can stay fairly strong, create a bit of space for Derrick Henry, then they become unplayable. And it was just like that big steam train going through that Seattle defense. The Seattle defense is not what it was a good few years ago. It got exposed again. I don't care how good Jamal Adams is. At the end of the day, when Derrick Henry running at you like that, whether it's like Adams, your Bobby Wagner's, any defensive end, you're just not getting near him. And the Titans, really, the performance that they put in is what I was expecting against Arizona. And I think this is why we all predicted them to win against Arizona. But it just never happened. They were just flat all sides of the ball. But they came back incredibly well, stunned Seattle, which is always good to see. And it was, what was good as well is it was mainly Derrick Henry. He deserves the main praise, but also as well for Ryan Tannehill when he had to have thrown the ball well. Julio Jones, of course, was, I say, bad discipline week one, not really making massive catches. This week he had a touchdown, which in my opinion was harshly ruled out. Then there was also the safety that Seattle got away with. So, and it looked like Tennessee were going to be up against it. So you think about the points that they got chalked off, which they shouldn't have, and the deficit. It's actually one of the performances of the week. So, yeah, big statement of intent from Tennessee. And they've just got to perform like that really from early on, and they'll brush a lot of ordinary teams away because Seattle was still going to be a threat despite their defensive frailty. So, yeah, excellent win for Tennessee on the road.
Yep, definitely.